The most common question that I'm asked is, how do you get apps ranking in the App Store? How do you find keywords? How do you find ideas? Well, I'm going to show you exactly my process. I'm going to give you examples of apps and ideas that I've come up with. I'm going to show you how I will validate those app ideas and whether or not I will turn them into apps. You're welcome to steal these ideas. Just make sure you tag me and show me once you've developed it so we can all bask on the glory of your app development prowess. Coming up with ideas is pretty straightforward, pretty simple. The best ideas that come to me are just recommendations from friends, from the kids, or just day to day in my life. I'm like, I'd like to download an app that does this particular task. I'll make a note of it. So I'll open up Apple Notes and I'll make a note of any ideas that come to mind. And then once I've come up with the idea, when I'm in front of the computer, I will start researching keywords that would be used to download the app. This has worked well for me. I've been able to grow a business to generating $100,000 projected this year, maybe more. And I've been developing apps now for 4 years, and over that time made a lot of mistakes, and I guess these are the tips that I wish I had have known right from the beginning. For me, the most important aspect of validating idea is to determine whether I can get free traffic, free people downloading the app. Try to target keywords in the App Store, find keywords that people are typing in to search for the app. And I'm looking for those keywords that are low in competition, but high in popularity. And one tool I use to do that is this tool called Astro. So you download Astro, and once you've set it up, all you have to do is just enter one of your apps into Astro. It's as simple as that. So now we've got the app sitting in Astro, and we've got a list of keywords that we can start targeting. So these are some real examples of ideas in my ideas folder that I want to research and just show you my process. So recently I converted over from Spotify to Apple Music, and I was looking for an app to transfer my playlist. So I've got like 10 years of music on Spotify, and I just wanted to see if there was a way to easily copy my playlists over to Apple Music. And I made a note what I searched for. So I searched for export Spotify playlist to Apple Music, and some of the recommendations that I came up with was like playlist transfer. First of all, straight away what we see here is we have the keyword playlist transfer. It was updated 4 seconds ago. That's when I added it. And we've got the popularity and the difficult here. I believe the way that Astro works is it pulls data from Apple ads, and it determines popularity and difficulty based on the bidding and how many people are bidding on that particular ad. So it's a good way to gauge how many people are targeting those specific keywords and how many people and how popular that keyword is, so how many people are searching for that keyword. So in this case, we've got a popularity of 33 and a difficulty of 25. And in my view, that's a pretty good ratio. So a difficulty of 25 is achievable to rank in the top 10 spots, and a popularity of 33 means that there's a substantial number of people downloading the app. Not huge amounts, but this is a good app that could generate $500 per annum, per month, somewhere around there. Some of the other ideas that I came up with was like music transfer. So we'll plug in music transfer and we'll see what that keyword does. So you can see here that music transfer there's a similar sort of popularity, 30, but a difficulty of 78. So that's going to be a lot harder to rank. When I'm targeting the keywords for this particular app, I would target playlist transfer over music transfer. There's a cool feature in Astro as well that you can get some recommendations, some suggestions on keywords, add selection. So we're going to add some more keywords to the mix to see which keywords we could rank for. So song transfer, lower popularity, and a higher difficulty. So once again, playlist transfer seems to be the leading keyword that I would target there. Transfer Spotify to Apple Music, very difficult. Wouldn't even bother targeting that one. Not much for payoff there either. So I'm going to research the next app So one of the strategies that I've used to combat my debt is a terminology called debt snowball. Debt snowball is that process of you pay off your smaller debts first and you make your way to the bigger debts. So you sort of think to yourself that the best way to clear off your debt is to target the big ones first. The problem is, in my situation, I had debt collectors calling left, right, and centre. So a lot of those debts were for smaller amounts, but I had the bigger amounts that I had to pay off too. So the debt snowball method is basically targeting those smaller debts first, get them out the way. Each time a smaller debt is removed, you get another debt collector off your back. So starting with those smaller debts first and moving up. So I can see here that the popularity is quite somewhat popular, with a medium sort of difficulty ranking, and we've got no recommendations here. It could work. So this is one that I would not spend a whole lot of time building the app for. The popularity, not that great of a popular app. Also, the target market, are they going to be subscribing to an app if they're paying off debt? I'm not quite sure. So it might be one that I would hold off. But the interesting thing I wanted to show you is, even if the difficulty is high, that means there's a lot of people targeting those keywords for ads. But let's say you're doing App Store Optimization and you want to sort of target those keywords. You can see here that the keyword only really shows up once in the title of the organic results, and it ranks number 2. So if I was to create an app called Debt Snowball and include those keywords in there, although the difficulty is quite high, I think I could rank in that top spot up there, somewhere between 1, 2, 3, or 4. I reckon that's a reasonable place to land, because I would have the keyword Debt Snowball in my title and description. That's the keyword that I'd be targeting. So I'd put that on my list of maybes. Have Debt Snowball. And then I put in there my ranking, so it's 19/50. That gives me an idea at a glance. Next one, Insta Followers Tracker. Let's have a look at that one. Popularity is 7 and difficulty is 52. I wouldn't even touch that. Not worth it. Even if I do get it ranking a 7, not a very fun one to work on. Shadow Work Journal. Now, this is an interesting keyword because we've got a difficulty of 21, a popularity of 21, difficulty of 56. And we've got only a handful of apps actually targeting the keyword. And basically a shadow work journal is like a new age type, it's an exploration of your darker side or of your past issues, and it goes through it in a healthy way. It's all the rage on TikTok for a while there, and there's some books that have been published about shadow work. Could be an interesting one to rank for if I was to build an app for shadow work journal. I think I could rank that in the top 5. Popularity 21. I think that is a reasonable amount, and the people looking for this sort of app, this sort of advice, this is life-changing and life-affirming type stuff when you get it right. So a subscription, a weekly subscription, a monthly subscription, or an annual subscription would work really well. And with an app like this, I would have an ability for someone to engage with the app and have prompts to sort of work through. And I think that would be a good money maker. I've made apps in this space in the past, a tarot app, which did really well and ended up exiting that one. Shadow Work Journal. And what we say? 2156. Let's have a look at black and white to color. Pretty simple, easy app to make. You can colorize an image using AI. I think that's a really good use case for AI. You put in an old black and white picture and very easily restore the image. The popularity 22, difficulty 53. Not many people are targeting that exact keyword, kind of. Black and white colorization, black and white color, black and white color. They're targeting the keywords, not a direct match, but they're targeting it. And quite a few rankings in there. I think that's something that could rank. Like, again, I think there's some big players. So Lightroom is in there. Some big players in there. You'd have to be quite well established to get in the top 10. But there's good volume, good popularity. Basically, what business model for that, which would work well, is to have a weekly subscription model, because people that are looking to convert black and white image to color might be looking for a once-off or just a couple of images, or might be looking for a long-term solution. But a weekly subscription would work well with that one. Black and white to color, 2253. Procrastination. Let's check that keyword out. Procrastination is a interesting keyword because it's more of a action that someone's wanting. Like, it's very obvious what someone wants to do. They want to stop procrastination. Stop Procrastination it could be an app that has some tips on overcoming procrastination, some procrastination timers. I wonder if procrastination timer is a thing, because that's what I would type. So let's say, no one's searching for procrastination timer. It's a difficult keyword, not even worth pursuing. Stop Procrastination looks promising. I don't know. It'll be somewhat challenging to get in that top 10. There's already some people targeting those exact keywords. One thing, if you have a look here, so we've got the Stop Procrastination exact keyword match. Quite a low ranking, actually, so I'd discount that one. So the Stop Procrastination, my concern here is these are direct exact match keywords. I'd expect them to be up higher, which means that these apps already have a pretty strong hold on related keywords. I think ranking 7 on that list is achievable. I wouldn't spend a whole lot of time on building an app that does this. Maybe just a simple procrastination timer, some tips, I don't know. Running interval timer, running distance tracker, run distance tracker. Difficulty too high on those ones. Running interval timer. So if you have a look at this is a direct keyword match, running interval timer. This is a keyword that has a popularity of 19, ranking in 5th position, and that's actually my app, so I can show you how much traffic it gets. It gets about 377 downloads per month. So over the last 90 days, 992. So that's one that I've built because I felt like I could rank for it. So I'm going to put it onto the good keywords list. Running interval timer, 1951. WOD timer. WOD timer just came up in just some keyword research. This is not really a keyword that I've used. It came up when I was researching my run tracker app. So we'll have a look to see what is a WOD timer. Smart WOD timer is a simple and easy to use timer for all common functional fitness. It doesn't really explain it though, does it? Explain. So I guess it's workout of the day. So it's a timer for across all the apps. This WOD timer looks like a keyword that, yes, so someone's targeting WOD timer. They're the only one up there targeting as a direct match. You got WOD recorder and timer, and there's good volume. So this has 54,000 downloads. A WOD timer would be something that I would inject time into and get it right. There's people searching for it. It's not too competitive. It's a pretty simple app to build. You would track times, do a bit more research on what a WOD timer is. I don't know what a WOD timer is, to be honest. And start targeting that keyword to make an app that fulfills that purpose. There's instantly the ability to track to log results. So you have a history of how your timing has gone. Straight away there, you've got someone locked in. If they've using the app for a month or two, they want to keep using your app because it's more difficult to transfer to a different app. So a subscription would work really well there. In my keyword research, I found these keywords like these fake text and fake message. I think these are like those notifications that pop up, so you can schedule a text or a call. Fake text, look, it's much more competitive now. 58 competition. I wouldn't bother. Fake message. Fake message is pro. I don't know, like maybe if it didn't take you too long to build, there's an opportunity there. Wouldn't spend a lot of time on that. This fake message is pro. Not a lot of ratings, quite low, like 2.1 stars. No wonder it's quite low in the rankings. Not a lot to compare to. I think making an app called Fake Message, you could rank that pretty high up there. Could possibly get downloads. I wouldn't bet a whole lot on there. Would be worth sort of checking out if that's a path you wanted to go down. So we got Fake Message, 34.61. Auto clicker. So my son plays Roblox and he has an auto clicker for opening up gifts. And I thought to myself, I wonder how easy it is to make an auto clicker for iPhone. Turns out, kind of difficult. But there's one way of doing it where a lot of these apps have a web, like a web container, and then it just emulates clicking through a JavaScript action. But there's an opportunity here for like a massive opportunity to create an auto clicker, and these auto clickers, they're getting good volume. Rankings aren't as high as what you'd expect. I think the issue with these is people are expecting to be able to use an auto clicker in an external app. The auto clicker, you only have control of what's happening inside the app that you're working on. So like a website or something like that. So if you can get it to render inside of a web frame, then you can create an auto clicker in there. And I did a little bit of research. ChatGPT gave me a basic sort of bit of code that could be used to determine the XY coordinate to click on. So the user could load up a website, say click here every 2 minutes. Good opportunities there. Be prepared for some bad ratings because people aren't necessarily looking for just the limited use case of an auto clicker inside of a website. Auto clicker. 66.37. Pretty good. That's so far the most popular keyword that we've found, and you can see here like huge number of ratings on all of these that are targeting these. Also, I think difficulty would be a bit higher than you would expect. So I might put a question mark. Could be difficult. Because everyone's targeting that exact phrase, keyword, quite well established. And on the same path, there's a need for just a click counter. So click counter is when you have an event and you need to count how many heads are coming in a door. You just want a simple way of just being able to click, 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 and it just counts each time you click. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy to build. So click counter. Let's have a look. Yeah, so easily be able to rank for the keyword click counter. One person is already targeting that keyword. Tally counter is another word they're using. Let's see. Tally counter. Yeah, so tally counter and click counter, pretty good. A lot of people already targeting the keyword tally counter. So interestingly, I think the keyword click counter has somewhat like not as popular, but I think you could rank quite easily for a keyword called click counter. So I think people that are looking for a click counter are people who are running an event, have some expendable cash to have something that tracks it properly. Some differentiating features I can think of off the top of my head. You have a click counter, be able to save your session, be able to come back to it the next day and continue clicking, be able to email the results or collate the results, or even say frequencies. So you click how many people are coming through the door, and you can say at 3 o'clock it was the busiest time, 3 people per minute were coming through the door. Yeah, could be a good app. So I'm going to include that in my shortlist. Click counter. And we said that was 28:45. So that's an example of how I do my keyword research, and I hope that's been useful. If this sort of content works well for you, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and we'll go from there.